Well, hi and welcome back to my beautiful office on this lovely sunny day. Today's subject, bushcraft. Now, the most useful tool you can find in a forest environment is a stick with a V in it. The possibilities that you can use this for are only limited to your imagination. And I've chosen this beautiful stick with a V in it off of a grey gum. Is for a monopod. It just screamed at me, I'm a monopod, use me. So if you've left your tripod at home thinking that, yeah, don't need it today, you come across a bird nesting, something like that, and you'd like to rest your camera onto something because it might take ages for the bird to come back to the nest. So rather than holding the camera waiting for something to happen, put it in this, take the weight off your arms. Alright, now because I'll just put the stick down for a minute. Now I don't want to scratch my lens, so I'm just going to wrap this around it without changing the settings on the lens itself. Autofocus and that. Feel it, yep, that's in the right spot. Look at that! What an awesome monopod! We can now capture a bird going onto a nest. And now I can just back off, have a rest for a bit. So you get the gist of what you can do with a stick with a V in it. Alright, so we'll move on from this beautiful monopod to something I've just started to construct over here, and that is a hide. So I'm constructing a bit of a blind here, but we could change this into a hide, a full-on hide if we wanted to. But I just want to demonstrate being able to make something simple, non-fuss, without destroying the environment, using what's laying on the ground, sticks with a V in them. So that's what I've selected here. They've all got V's in them to use to lock in to each other and create something that, from something very flimsy into something very solid and very structurally sound, that can last quite a few weeks. Now you need to be able to tie them together, even though most of it's locked in with the V's of the branches. Now one of my go-tos is climbing grass. We get a lot in here, but again, not destroying the environment, I'll take a little bit from different places, so different bushes that are climbing up onto other shrubs. And two reasons. One is to allow that plant to survive by only taking a little bit, being respectful to it. Birds like to nest in those sort of environments because they're nice and hidden in there, filtered light coming through and everything for them. So it's a perfect place for birds to nest. So it's another reason why we don't take the whole lot from one particular bush. Another one, I'll put this down now where I can see it again. And the next one is bark. The grey gums are stripping their bark off at the minute. Now, it's very brittle. This one's wet, damp, and that's what you'll need to do with it, is soak it in the creek for a while, so maybe half an hour. That'll help it to be a bit more supple, and be careful with them because they do tend to break. You can see I've started to put one together there and it's started cracking up because I haven't soaked it. But this one feels really good. That could probably work quite well. If not, go to the creek. Now the next one is similar thing to the climbing grass. we get one, maybe two of these blade grasses. There's tons of them in here. There's actually a small blade grass, plenty of them around. They're a lot thinner and smaller, only shorter, but these are really good because they're so long, and we simply just split them like that, and look at that, tied up nicely without cutting our fingers because it is blade grass. That is just so flexible, really easy to use. So this side I've used the climbing grass, and on this side I've used the bark, and now I'm going to use this bit of blade grass just to help tie everything in. It's very simple, non-fuss as usual. I'm all about non-fuss. If you're in a situation where you're lost in the bush, you need to make something like this, we don't want to expand a lot of energy, do we? Simple construction. I've just simply shoved those sticks in the ground. You know, as I'm breaking them, trying to make sure that they'll give me a point as much as possible. We can get into some hard ground like I've got here. But not having tools with me would be pretty much a big possibility. Plane crash, something like that. Yeah, there's no tools, nothing to help you out, no machetes or anything. It's just simple, and I can do this without bringing heaps of tools in myself into the forest. Find a stick, snap it off to the right length, and try and make it to have some sort of point where I can get it into the ground. Alright, so what I've done is, stick with a V in it. Then I've got another one as a brace. You can see that I've shoved that into the ground, and I've brought the V down onto that stick, tied that in nicely, then grab another stick, shove that in the ground, tie it down onto my brace, and then put a stick in on the top. Now we have a fairly solid construction. I will need to put some more sticks with the V's in them as braces the other way, shove them into the ground, and then connect them onto here as well to stop it falling either way. And then I've put another stick across here. So this is what's going to happen, is I'm going to put some fern fronds, if I can find them, and other bits and pieces at the front here, just leaning, putting them over the top of this stick to hide my body, so that all that's going to be shown is just a gap here where I can look out and put my camera out to photograph anything anything that's going on. Bird nesting. There's a couple of birds in here, like the eastern whipbird, very shy bird. If we're anywhere near the nest, and I'm talking like 15 metres away, they could abandon that nest, even if it's got eggs in it. They won't abandon it after it's got chicks in the nest. But it doesn't take much to disturb that bird at all. They're very sensitive to any threats being around them. They'll just abandon the nest, and that's the end of it for the year. So making something like this when they're not there, waiting for them to go away, so stay away a big distance away, just enough where you know where the nest is, and you can just pick out when she's leaving, mum or dad. As soon as they go, shove a stick in the ground, another one, walk away. Just build it up over the weeks. Well, there you have it, a quick non-fuss hide that we can utilise now to watch our subject without disturbing it too much. That's all I've got for you for today. Just use your imagination. turn it into a full-on hide with sides and everything like that. You can even make yourself a non-fuss shelter for the night. Doesn't have to take a lot of energy to make one of these. It's more about wandering around looking for sticks than it is anything else, and something to tie. So bark, use the bark, soften it in water. Blade grass is good. Climbing grass is excellent, really flexible sort of stuff. But you're in a different environment than what I am. Have a good look around. Get that imagination going, what would work really well. Well, that's all I've got for you for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face just down in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the little bell. You'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you would like to give me the thumbs up and like this video, that would be awesome. It'll help my poor little channel grow. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that if you could do that for me. And if you want to go and have a look at all the other mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon right here at the end of this video. Take it to my channel. I talk about photographing and filming in a forest environment. Go on adventures, I'll take you with me. And some bushcraft stuff and some camera accessory equipment. I'll give you my honest opinion on it. Now, there'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure, so go and have a browse. Now just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.